Now think about this. Let's bring it home. Elizabeth will tell you, I have no racism in me. I just love all people. I travel everywhere. I love it all. But I was confronted with prejudice in my life a few years ago. Our son was 4 years old, the one, James, who passed away when he was 13. He was 4 years old. He had just come out of an operation. He had had a stroke and some other issues. He was in a coma. He could only last a few days that way without getting into details. He was down at Miami Children's Hospital, and there they have a whole team for each child. So they had a technician, a perfusionist, and a nurse. And we knew all the nurses. And I saw the nurses coming in as they do at 6 o'clock in the evening for the 12-hour shift, and I knew all 5 of them. And I said to God, God, give me any one of those 4, but don't give me the 5th. I said, just don't give me the 5th. I'll take any one of the 4. And so what did God do? He gave us the 5th. Elizabeth had gone across the hall to try to sleep in this lounge area. I was sitting in the room in a hard rocking chair with a wood floor as my son was bleeding to death, and this lady walks in the room and says, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. She says that to me, he's going to make it. And all night long, she's pumping platelets into him and plasma into it. She never went to the bathroom. She never went out for a smoke. She never went for a sandwich. She never went more than just a bottle of water in her room. And I was dozing and waking up and seeing this jug of blood having been brought out without getting too detailed. And she's pumping platelets back in, and the technicians, and she looks at me and she goes, he's going to make it. She said that about 10 times to me all through the night. I'd wake up, he's going to make it. In the morning, he made it. And she left, 6 o'clock, left after her 12-hour shift. And you know, the night before, I was bargaining with God. Give me this one and not that one. And in the morning, I got on my knees and leaned on that chair, put my head down in that hard chair, and begged God's forgiveness. You see, I went from bargaining to begging. If you had asked me 12 hours before, are you prejudiced? Do you have anything in? No, of course not. I love everybody. But deep down, there was a root of prejudice in my life. And God grabbed a hold of it, and I saw it, and I was fortunate enough to see it physically. And I begged him to forgive me. And you know what? He did. He did forgive me. And every time, and I've said some stupid things since then, and I've gone to people and said, I'm sorry. I apologize. And I've thought some stupid things, and I've begged God's forgiveness again, because I am not a perfect human being when it comes to prejudice. But each one of us need to think through this and pray through this and look at this. So bow your heads right now.